Hello, I'm Kelly and I draw things. Welcome back to another behind the scenes video. And today I'm going to show you how I make my comic strips. I do comics for a few different things, but this one is going to be for my Kelly is Best autobiographical comic strip series, in which I make fun of myself most of the time. And I'm going to take you from start to finish, which is going to start with scripting and then go into the art, and then I'll show you that entire process. So let's go. So a lot of comics start with scripts, and mine are no exception. I can write faster than I can draw, so anytime I get an idea, I write it down on my idea list on my phone, and it connects to my iPad, and then I look at them while I draw. So I like the Notes app because it'll automatically reformat as I make it smaller on the side of my screen, and I can look at it at the same time I'm drawing. So most of mine are usually 4 panels, give or take, and I've started scripting very loosely where I have an idea, but there are 4 sentences per idea, so I know those are going to be the 4 panels. Now, my process is normally zoom in where I can't see the border and just start thumbnailing roughly and then rearrange them and then make the panel borders. So let's do some thumbnails. Okay, my thumbnails are done and they're really messy and no one knows what's going on except me, but that's okay. I don't need my script anymore. I deviated from it a little bit. On these kinds of scripts, I do deviate quite a bit. Those are more just a guideline. So now I want to make my panel borders. I know that I want them pretty even since it is just a panel or a 4-panel comic. So I'm going to turn on my rulers. I'm going to drag in some guides 1/2 inch from each side. I do have a template made for this that I can just open and drop stuff in, but I'm going to show you the whole process. Then, since I'm in Clip Studio, I take my frame tool, I draw it out, and then I'm going to cut my frame evenly. To make sure I cut it even, I'm going to look at my measurements and draw out some more guides. There we go, that looks pretty good. Now I'll cut my frame border. There we go. And I actually don't need the mask on it. I know some people that do use it. Not me, so I am gonna get rid of it. And now I just have some nice panels. I'm gonna lock those so I don't accidentally draw on them, and now I'm gonna reformat these to fit. I have fit my thumbnails to my frame, so I'm going to turn them blue so I can tell them apart. And now I'm going to go in and start putting in some details so more people can know what's going on except just me. So now I've finished my more detailed sketch over my thumbnails. So now I'm going to go in and do one more pass on kind of a really refined sketch layer, and then I can start inking. So now that I have my next layer, I can repeat that process and ink it. I did want to go through some names a little bit. This would be what I would consider a thumbnail layer, where it's super rough, and I started very small, right, and I made it bigger. Then this is a tight rough, where it's a little tighter, but still pretty rough. Then this is a pencil or a pencil sketch. Little edit there we go. And now I'm ready to ink it. So how I ink is I'll turn it blue. I go edit, rotate flip canvas, I flip horizontally, and I end up inking it flipped, because then I can fix minor things that are mistakes that maybe I didn't quite see when I was looking at it straight on how I intended it. This is a very easy way to see if anything's wonky or just out of proportion. Okay, I am done inking, and now I'm going to do one pass of shadows in a very light gray. Sometimes I do add a color in here, but I'm not really feeling it this time, so I'm just going to keep it black and white. So I realized I just said I wasn't going to use a color, and now I have changed my mind. So I'm going to turn the laptop blue and the hoodie blue. I think that's going to do it. And the last thing I do is I go in and I put my website and my handle, so in case things get passed around online, which does happen occasionally, people can find their way back to my work. Alright, I am all done. I have inked, colored, added some shading, and I think it's ready to upload. Oh, we're at the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Special thanks to my patrons who are supporting me and helping me make these videos. That's really great. They also get access to videos 6 months in advance, so if you want a whole slew of unreleased videos to the public, that's where you're gonna go to check those out. And if you want to read more comics, like the one we drew today, Kelly is best on Webtoon, Tapas, Instagram. I'll link them all down below. But you can go read a bunch more. There are at least 100. I've been doing this a while, so there's a lot of them. Can't guarantee they're all funny, but that's okay. So I hope you enjoy your day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.